three-day public holiday declared by the federal government to mark the Eid al-Fitr festival in Spain. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, for UTME notification slip, which shows candidates a date, venue, and time of examination is ready for them. A release by the JAM spokesperson and the head of public affairs, Fabian Benjamin, shows that all candidates who have registered for the 2024 UTME scheduled to commence on Friday 19th April 2024 should print their notification slips before the date of the examination. To print the slip, candidates are to visit the JAM website www.jam.gov.ng, click on 2024 UTME slip printing, input their registration number, then click on print. The slip can be printed anywhere, provided there is an internet-enabled computer. Candidates are, however, advised to print on or before Friday 19th April 2024. So as to locate the venue of the center to prevent lateness on the scheduled examination day. Very crucial at this juncture. These are some of the issues we may find answers to. Thanks for joining us. I am Eucharia Clinton. Welcome to Nigeria Today. Joining us in the studio.
To locate their centers, because at times we notice that some candidates will print this slip and then they will have these addresses and just keep it within themselves. Unknown to them, maybe these addresses are somewhere very complex. They need to do some maneuvering before they will locate the place. So it's advisable that if you get a center, especially in a place that you're not very familiar with, you can take a drive there. Look at the area, look at how you get there and stuff like that. So the slip is one of the vital instruments that actually enable you to sit the examination, because it gives you the time of your schedule. You know, it's a computer-based test center, and then it's done in sessions. We have the morning that starts by 8, we have the 10 o'clock there and there. Some centers even have 4 sessions, some 3 sessions, as we are starting 3 sessions, and some states will have 4 sessions and stuff like that. So it's for you to know which session do you belong to. That is your own schedule, your time, and then for you to know the dates you are sitting the examination.
You're telling us that JAM is being more proactive by sending the information very early so that people could, locate the date, and of course the venue, and of course the day they are also partaking in this exam. So some candidates have been expressing fear that the exam has been postponed indefinitely. Can you please address these fears?
That is not part of our culture. You know, if you had followed us over time, you will see that once we give a date, we stick to it. And that explains why even when we say we're closing our registration on a particular day, we don't shift, because we want people to know us for something. As an agency, you must be identified with a particular kind of policy direction, that when you say a thing and it comes to pass. So there's no way we would have shifted our examination. And don't forget that the space we are giving, we are not the only operator in the examination subsector. NECO is there, WAEC is there, NAPTEP is there. There are other examination bodies that also play along with us in this particular space. So we are giving a particular schedule for us to conduct our examination. Immediately we finish, NECO may come in, WAEC will come in and stuff like that. So if we shift, we may be encroaching into other examination bodies. It is a very carefully planned exercise. It's not just something that somebody sits down, sleeps, and wake up and decide to do whatever. If you look at the way we have put the notification slip, if you go to our site today, don't forget that we have a mechanism to monitor whatever is being operated on our own system. You would have noticed that almost more than 25% of the candidates have printed as of today. More than 25% of the candidates have printed as today. So that tells you that it's a very simple exercise. If you go to our site, just as you roll out, you will see print slip there. You just click on it, and then it takes you there. You put your registration number, and then you click print, and you're done. So it's not something very mechanical that one will begin to say, okay, that gives you, that lead you in doing some of these things. And in the world, since we started this process, we've never had even one case where a candidate will come and tell us that, look, for whatever reason, I was unable to print my slip. Even if you don't have access to internet, at least you could go to places where there are internet-enabled centers, and you can print it there. So we have never had, in the 40 years of our existence, at least it's not part of our look at our registration process. We have made it in such a way that it's issues. Don't forget that we don't pick those issues, the date, name, and other things from the candidate. We pull those things from NIMC, from the NIN of the candidate. Our registration process is made in such a way that you just send your NIN number to our USSD code, that is 55019 or 66019, and then it pulls your details, your name and other vital information that we need. So in such a way, it will be difficult for you to begin to have any discrepancy of name, age, or whatever that you're talking about. So those things, over time, if you look, our process is that for every exercise we conduct, after the whole examination, we sit back and look at the process. And where there are issues, there are hiccups, there are one or two challenges, we ensure that we make amendments here and there. We fine-tune the process and make it better. So over time, there are challenges that we have overcome that are no longer issues to us. We are looking at bigger pictures. So some of these issues of mix here and there, they are no longer part of our challenges. We've overcome that thanks to IT, technology and stuff like that. What seems to be like a challenge to us now is what we call, for me, I look at it as a wicked problem. A wicked problem is a problem that keeps occurring, and you devise a means, it manifests in a different way and so on, which is exam malpractice. It's not peculiar to Nigeria alone. Exam malpractice, but for us, if you look at the way we are even, the architecture of our processes, you would have seen that, yes, you can give us credit to say that, look, we have eliminated this challenge to a certain level. But it is not over because of the attitude of some of our stakeholders. When I mean stakeholders, parents are also stakeholders. Some of teachers are also stakeholders. And until you have everybody on the same board, it will be difficult for you to achieve 100% success in some of these areas. So some of those minor things that you're mentioning, we've overcome that. This is the bigger problem that we are trying to work with. The way we are going, if we look back and where we are now, you could, with the benefit of hindsight, say that, look, in no distance time, we should be able to also overcome that problem of exam malpractice, especially if the stakeholders give us the needed support that we require.
Now, what kind of support are you talking about here?
Cooperation. Okay. For instance, we keep talking about schools, parents not allowing their candidate to do what we call group registration. Our examination is not a school-based examination. If you have a child, take this child for him to come present himself around 3 o'clock, and then we saw the sleep, and his examination had gone. He missed the examination. So these are issues that we keep talking to parents. Take your child. It is an individual exercise. It's not a group. It's not WAEC. It's not NECO where you register them in group, you present to the examination body, you have a list of names and stuff like that. If you look at even the processes, the protocol of our exercise requires that the candidate must do this thing as an individual.